always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. This quarterback part of their running game. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
On the play. Second down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. A run for the quarterback. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Calls his own number. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll operate out of split backs. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quarterback will keep it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Offense facing 4th down.
And the Canes decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
And the Texas A&M offense will take over 1st and 10.
motion to the running back. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Running into the open space. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love when the offensive line takes control, manhandles the defensive line, and that's why you get a big gain.
And the Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Using his feet. Powers through the defender. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Got a little space. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They want to run this quarterback. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The Canes will try to convert on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Miami.
The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Nice move to keep running. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just don't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Owens. Fires downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way.
not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Gets the back moving. Quarterback keeps it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll take it himself. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring.
And listen, the QB gave everything he had, right? He tried to get the first down. He even laid out. He wasn't worried about getting whacked.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to USF. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. In front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll move the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back to pass, it's Owens. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're going to test the right side with this one. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to throw. It's Owens. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
On the move. Oh, he's got some space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Back to throw, it's Owens. He's got him in the flat. And this one will be for no gain.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. And midfield, he's got room. Lots of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal. Because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. DB's right up on the receivers. Caught in the backfield, it's Armstrong. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Back has it. Running to Green. There he goes. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on the move. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Plows through the defense. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback keeper. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the run in there. All you got to do now, you're playing deep for pass, but now come up, just make the tackle. Force a 4th down. The defense could not get the back on the ground, Palmer, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, David, and better gap integrity up front, too, on defense. I know you think it's going to be pass, but that doesn't give you an excuse to get out of your lane. Everybody's thinking sack the quarterback, but now they just opened a huge crease for that running back, and he took advantage of it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw, it's Owens. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And you had all day play to stew on and get excited and dream about getting sacks, and it took no longer than the first play to get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This defense has been doing it all year long.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the move. And the spin move bought him a little time, does not a lot of yardage.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Hurricane. The defense putting points on the board. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll return it. Not the smartest move on that one. Out of bounds at the 9, and the field position is not good. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Armstrong. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Catch in the middle. It's Armstrong. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. He's in open space downfield. Got the first down and more. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Miami! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over USF. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Owens. On target over the middle. Wide open spaces. The 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Canes. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Owens. The quick out. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. He lets one fly deep. Finds a spot in the middle. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one.
Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Texas A&M 14.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in the stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Motion from the wide receiver. This is a designed run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give him a different look. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
On the play. Brings up third down.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, David.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. To the air, it's Owens. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. He's already thrown one interception, and before this gets in his head, I think the way to fix it is to get the mechanics squared away.
And sometimes you get rushed, and everything happens a step faster right in the games, and then you realize, like, I'm bending, I'm throwing off my back foot. Like, slow it down, take some deep breaths, understand, like, I'm going to be protected, I'm going to be all right. Let's make some things happen.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. He's already thrown one pick, and look, he might get it together, but it seems like he's a little fouled up in his mechanics. A lot of things coming off his back foot.
Yeah, and you want to get those feet set and in the ground. Once you start to drift, that ball, when you throw it, is going to drift. So he's just got to iron in, get those feet set, stay square every time he throws the football so he can be a little bit more accurate, stop making some of these bonehead plays.
Quickly complete. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking for the first down. Texas A&M lines up on fourth. From the gun, looking for a man. Finds his man. It's Norman. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Sends it back in motion. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Quarterback may change this route. Direct snap. Finding open areas. There he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over USF. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for a man. It's Owens. Buys a little extra time. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the right. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
On the ground, it's Davidson. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Looking left. Got his man. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
A&M comes back out with another first down. To the air on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got room to work.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Despite coming up short on the previous 2 4th down attempts, this offense will try it here again. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Texas A&M 14.
And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. That one might violate every return rule in the book as he's out of bounds at his own 5. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Owens. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
A nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Man, that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back, first down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a first down. New set of downs, new set of problems.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Turns it loose. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Scanning the field, it's Owens. The sure hands, it's Norman. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.